Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Arabia. Thank you for coming through. You're one of my first people. I appreciate you. I hope you have an awesome day. A better day than yesterday, as well as me, or as well as I. Oh, I don't know. Shoot, I don't feel like being in a English, saying the appropriate English words at this point. Hey, Black Ubiquity. How are you? I'm calm today. I don't know if you listen to the replay or if you on yesterday, but what's up, Marissa? And happy Juneteenth for those who celebrate it. Um, yeah, happy Juneteenth to those who celebrate it. I'm just gonna say that. Hey, Uncle L, how are you? I'm not gonna hold you long. This is probably gonna be a short, really short live. If you read my title, um, it says a lot. I know for me, and hey, Only, how are you? Thank you. I appreciate you. What's up, realist? It's yes. You see, my voice is calm. I'm calm. I had to have a come to Jesus meeting because that old Selena came out a little bit yesterday. It didn't come out full force, but whether y'all believe it or not, actually, that was, I would say, from 1 to 10, that was a 6. Okay, so like I said, I made. Hey TP, what's good? I made. See what y'all don't understand, and this is how I know. I've came a long way. What's up, twin? I came a long way. Like I said, yesterday was a 6. Okay. The other days, it's usually between, when I had to address people, maybe between a 4 and a 5, right? But just give you a little bit of my background. What's up, John John? Um, I came from a good family, but I had some things that made me um, a little bit more defensive. I'm not going to go into those things, but I had some things that I had to learn really fast on how to take up for myself as I moved, like I said, from the country to the city. And then I lived in the inner city, and I'm still in the inner city. Hopefully, hey, Cece, eventually and get me a house in the suburbs. But at the same time, even if you go to the suburbs, you still take you with you. So I did a lot of hard work. Thank you, Arabia. I did a lot of hard work on myself through counseling, through trying to take constructive criticism. And I have been working on myself since I have been in my early 20s, all the way up to now. And, you know, hopefully I will get better, continue to get better instead of worse. So, like I said, you don't know people's struggles and you don't know where people's background is. So it behooves people to kind of just stop playing with folks that they don't know anything about. But my thing is, I really tried hard, and I still continue to try to work on myself that I don't go to the dark side because there's so many times that people, as as they say, they try to test your gangster, and it's just like, don't let people's looks or the way people come across fool you. That's a lot of times it's people's deadly mistakes to do that. Um, and unfortunately, people on social media, they don't have a stop button until something happens tragically. So I meant every word I said. That I don't take back. I don't. I meant every word I said, and I feel like, hey, T-Rail, I feel like if you're gonna do all the talking, come where I am. That's all I'm saying. Come where I am, and let's see if you still have that same venom, if you still have that same energy. That's my point of saying that on yesterday, and I really meant what I said. with my whole heart. That's something I don't take back. Maybe what I took back would be losing my cool to the point to where that old Selena TP, hey, was checking you boo, what's good, was kind of peeping out a little bit more, you know. But sometimes when you grown and you work with kids, you don't like when people play with you like you a kid. And people on here on this app, they play too damn much, okay? And I can't say that enough. um Talking shit will sometimes talk you into a grave, okay? And I don't understand why people do not, hey T Smith, I don't understand why people don't see all of the different news clips and the things on YouTube where people have really talked too much and they land themselves in a grave. That should caution everyone. But people just say, oh, I'm just talking shit, I'm just talking shit. But like I said, you can talk a little too much. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, like I told y'all yesterday, beyond my screaming, that you cannot like somebody. You can have such a strong disdain for someone, and that's fine. The thing about it that I don't understand that people do on here is to continue talking about it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and on and on. I mean, it never stops. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I think it's a sickness, and it's not just with our culture. I think it's just with the culture, the world system, and how people operate. And I think it's because a lot of the times we allow the dark energy to take over us and keep us there. And yesterday, I kind of had to, um, I kind of had to fight through it, because even though it happened earlier, I still, after that, I actually was ready to fight. And I do want to apologize to anybody that I was rude to, that is a subscriber or, a supporter of mine. I do apologize. And I think Russell, he was trying to make light of the situation, and I appreciate that. But sometimes it's a time and a place for everything, and that just wasn't the time. Like I said, I don't. Hey EJ, I don't like people playing with me. And I'm not talking about Russell, but I'm just saying how people try to make light of the situation when you're angry, and that's just not a good time to sometimes do a joke. Because what's up, Ann? Beautiful smile. I don't take like some things lightly. Some things I'll laugh about because I do have a sense of humor, but some things it's just not a good time. So I do apologize for it me coming off rude to Russell or anybody in the chat, if I didn't acknowledge you. But I have to be very careful on here that I don't allow other people that already have negative entities that to bring me over to that side, because I see that that's what the game on here. People just will not allow you to be you. And so since that's the case, and I understand that, I have to be a little smarter with my responses even more, because I see a pattern kind of going on where people say things, and then you respond. Then they don't say anything in a couple of days, and then they come out the blue and say something else to piss you off, and you're trying to bite your tongue not to respond to that, or. So I see the game here. You know what I'm saying? So uh, I see the game here, and that's why I said I have to be extra smart, because it's something that people enjoy playing. They enjoy playing people like puppets on here, and that's what's it infuriates me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not here to play games. I'm here to do my content, whatever it is. I ain't got time to be, I say what I say, and I ain't going back and forth with you. And I try to keep it that way, for the most part. And everything, like I told you, everything I don't respond to, because everything is not worth to on responding. Right, checking you, boo. And a lot of times I'm not sold to anger, but I have grown so much that back in the day, like it wouldn't take nothing for me to respond or trying to find these niggas. Like, and that's just the bottom line. And people want to judge you because they like, ah, she ain't gonna do nothing. Those are the very ones that will be in the penitentiary. I'm just saying. So it ain't always the big burly looking woman. It ain't always the woman that got all them tattoos that talk a lot of trash. Because most of the time, people that talk a lot of trash, they ain't gonna do nothing no way. They just not. When it comes to what about them hands? Then I ain't got no problem with you. Okay, then we'll move on. So I pick and choose who I respond to, and I pick and choose when I respond. But I see now that there's a game that people play on here to keep the content going, to keep you in the bullshit, to keep pulling your name into stuff. And so now, since I know that, and I'm seeing the pattern, then now I know how to act accordingly. But what I want people to understand is, unless you're trying to come to Oak Cliff, Texas, okay? Oh, you trying to come in my vicinity, in my area, at my place, or wherever I work? I'ma just say you can keep talking all you want to, but show up. That's all I'm gonna say. Just show up. Just show up. What's up, Albert? What's up, Rockzilla? But I like I said, I have to realize too that words are just words, right? But hey, Miss Feline, but it still irritates me to the point to where it's like, how long are we gonna keep doing this? Do you know it's some people that I don't like, but you don't even hear me speaking on these people. You know what I'm saying? Or if you do hear me speaking on them, it's not for long. I know when to move on. I'm very selective on how I respond and the way I'm going to respond. Yesterday, I wasn't selective. This was, I'm just going to tell you how I feel, and I don't give a damn who don't like it or who like it. It is what it is. Selena is try to be a nice person, and I try to treat people like I want to be treated. But on the other side, Selena will cuss you out, and don't let her not really had a good talk with Jesus. You gonna get everything you looking for, okay? And so we all have those sides to us. And that's why we have to keep that. We have to try to keep the self control a lot of times. And I remember how I really did. Like, I feel like I've handled myself pretty decent on here for the most part. I haven't went too far left where I don't feel like I can't return. So that's where I try to stay. You know what I'm saying? And I really try to stay on that side and not go over to the dark side. But yesterday, I went back to the old Selena. What's up, KTC? I went back to the old Selena. Yes, I did. And I ain't ashamed of it. It's a part of me. Let you know I ain't fake. It's a part of me. It's there. And it comes out every now and then. And like I said, I was on 7 yesterday. Okay. So I ain't trying to be like, oh, she try to act like get somebody scared. Ain't nobody. I'm not trying to be like that. I don't think I'm the baddest. But what I will tell you is, I ain't never ran from a fight. You know what I'm saying? And I have never ran from confrontation. If it comes to where I have to face it, it is what it is. But that is not my first, because I do have some type of common sense and intelligence. That's not my first thing to go to. Um, but there is times where people they forget, I guess, where they are, or who they are, or what, how other people are. Because I'm like, if y'all really knew people, if y'all really was in, and forgive me for my air fryers going off, if y'all really studied people, been in the hood, been and studied and been well versed around people, you should know to watch the quiet ones. Watch the ones. What's up, D Price? What's up, Vetted? Watch the ones that mind the business that pays them. Watch the ones that keep it cute. What's up, our father? Keep it cute. I'm one of them people. I try to keep it cute and keep it mute. Okay. And unfortunately, we are surrounded by a lot of hood boogers and crack babies that don't understand that. Okay. So I can't be responsible for them, but I can be responsible for me. What I'm saying is, it takes a lot not to hate people. I'm gonna be honest with you. It takes a lot not to have. It takes a lot not to really just want to be bothered with people, to isolate yourself, because in this day and time, I don't know about you, but all this stuff I see on the news, it makes you almost want to hide up under a rock sometimes dealing with folks. People have some people just don't have any common sense. They don't have any empathy or sympathy for people. You know, they just talk, they just do. And if that's how you trying to build your channel, on beef and going back with people on old stuff, then you already have lost anyway. Okay, you've already lost. If your content is not on something that you're actually progressing, you're actually looking at different things and topics, and um, focusing on yourself and focusing on things that actually matter, and but you focusing on old beef, you focusing on stuff that don't even mean nothing in the next year or so from now, because the fact that you don't like me is not going to help you. It's really not. The fact that I don't like you is not going to help you. It's just the emotion, and it's just the feeling that you have for a person. But if that's your content, you're already lost. So I have to remember that before I respond to people about certain things, because when I see that their content, it is what it is, and that's all you can focus on, is talking about people, talking about how you don't like these bitches, how these bitches is fat, and how these bitches have a horse mouth, and how these bitches, fake body, or whatever y'all, say, or whatever, and it's like, just keep going ahead, go ahead and do what you do, boo, be great, okay? But you've already lost. And a lot of times people won't tell people, you look like a damn fool on this internet. Yesterday I probably looked like a damn fool, but that's how I get when I'm like, I'm just like fed up. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Why people, hey sis, what's popping? This is Roy Lee, this is ridiculous how people want to keep on with the stuff. And like I said, you're a few years. Some people are a few years away from 50. Some people are a few years away from 40, and you still carrying on the way you do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the situation yesterday, that old Selena was peeping out, and I don't apologize for that. It is what it is. This is who I am, and I can't hide from it. I'm not going to pretend, oh, I was just having a bad day, and oh, I just let the devil use me. I did what I did on me. God didn't have nothing to do with that. It was me. And I felt how I felt, and I expressed how I expressed it. What's up, daughter of Zion? I expressed how I expressed it. It wasn't the best verbiage. you know, it wasn't the best way maybe for some people to handle it, but I handled it the way I handled it, because that's how I felt like saying it, And sometimes it's not always a nice way to say F you, you know. It's not always a nice way to say I will find you, or you can come and meet me and I will drag your ass. It's not a nice way to say that. It is what it is, And I'm not, like I said, I'm not one of those fake believers that want to quote scriptures and make excuses for my behavior and blame it on the devil. It was me, it was me. So, and that is what it is. And if anybody else, like I said, want to cross me when I'm out here, it is what it is, and only God can judge that. So I'm going to take up for myself, but at the same time, I'm going to be very wise about how I respond and who I respond to, because I see what is going on, and I don't want people to keep pulling me in and playing me like a puppet, because I'm way smarter than that. More than some people may believe, but I'm actually smarter than that. And I was peeping it out, but sometimes I like to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Even though I see the tactics and the traps, sometimes I just want to say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly how I felt. Um, but forgive me, like I said, for those who were in my chat. I hope nobody felt like I was directly attacking you. I was attacking some trolls that came in there. Could have been from other people that knew other people or whatever. That's who I was attacking, them idiots. So I'm very aware of who rocks with me for the most part and who doesn't. But it's because I just wanted to address that. But yeah, I ain't gonna let nobody get my blood pressure that high. But I just had to address that. I think it was a over like a it was like overload for me yesterday. I think it was a lot of things that I was feeling, and I was just like, F it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't say it enough, but I understand that I was getting close back to that old Selena when I was in my earlier 20s and I was going down the wrong road. I was that cute girl that was a firecracker in the group, uh my group of friends, and they knew, oh Lord, Selena gonna act a fool. And then I had like people, close to me tell me, Selena, you can't keep doing it. You too cute to be that mean, or too cute to be like that. And I had to really get my stuff together. I really had to get myself together because I knew that that was not going to lead me down the right road. Eventually, it was going to lead me either in death, or it was going to lead me to, getting into some big trouble that I could have been in the penitentiary, and in the real penitentiary, not lying about it. But anyway, so I understood that behind every action is a reaction, and sometimes you can't always choose it. So the reaction that you're gonna get. But thank you, Ann. I appreciate that. I really do, because y'all know it wasn't. I wasn't talking about y'all, but it was a couple of little demon spawns, wherever they came from, came through and tried to aggravate the situation. I'm like, reading and listening is fundamental. If people could listen to what I was saying, it actually irritated me to the point that I want to speak on it. This one idiot came through and said, "Oh, well, actually, it must bother you." I said, "It get on my damn nerves, because I don't understand why grown people can't move on. If you don't like somebody, you don't have to like nobody. Don't nobody care that you don't like that person. The only people that care that you don't like another person is a person that don't like them too, and they want to keep the shit going. Other than that, nobody really cares that got common sense and that's logical. um People got lives, real lives out there, and moving forward. um I'm not going to address a lot of things anymore. I'm gonna go back to just choosing battles, and I'm going back. I cut my nails down a little bit, y'all, and I'm going back to my boxing to get some of that aggression out. Maybe also going back to the gun shooting range to get some of that aggression out. So when I want to shoot somebody or beat somebody, I can just go boxing, or I can go to the gun range. Um, but I don't want anybody to have that power over me to bring me over to the dark side and keep me there, because anybody that knows me know that that's not how I started out. I started out flirting and having fun in the chats. Then I started trying to use what I went through and try to encourage other people and use it to help me. It really was helping me. It's not so much, yeah, I was trying to help other people, because I feel like whatever platform that you have, it should be something where it's meaningful, right, to you. So that's why I did what I did, and that's why I move the way I move, and I talk about what I want to talk about. And plus, I want to expand myself beyond this sector and a few other sectors. I just want to just do something different. Right. Checking you, boo. And since I know it sometimes it's gonna take me to be a little bit more focused. But see, like everybody else, I have a real life. I have a career, I have school, I have other things going on, a personal life. And so some of those things I can't just be focused on YouTube, but I do need to be focused more on my responses. I got to be focused on a lot of the ways that I move and and the people that I engage with on here. Even, going in certain chats, maybe it might not be a good idea, because people sometimes they don't mean to, and some people do. They connect you with whatever the content creator is saying about whatever, and that's not always the case. So, and that's just people's immaturity, to be honest with you, because they want you to pick sides. And I told y'all about that yesterday. I ain't picking no side. I pick my side. I pick the light. I pick the side of the light. I pick God's side. I don't pick nobody on here, because at the end of the day, these people are fickle, and when they get mad at you, they will turn on you, just like a snake. Okay, so I ain't being loyal to nobody but myself, family, and friends. Other than that, hey, it is what it is. I don't owe nobody no explanation on who's on my panel. I don't owe nobody no explanation of why I support a certain person for, or whatever. You know, I always say, mind your business. I don't ask people about why they support who they support. I don't ask people why they go on people's panels, on certain people's panels. They don't go on other people. I don't ask people that, because guess what? Ain't none of my damn business. And people need to take that advice as well when it comes to them thinking about asking somebody else. Okay. Um, I just, yeah, I know that's right, Tyrell. Gotta have common sense. Speed like Terrell Lewis. You do have to have common sense, is what I'm learning. And unfortunately, people lack that a lot on here. So I'm going to have common sense for myself, and not move and not let people move me the way they want me to move. I got to move how I want to move. And a lot of that comes with common sense and being control, self-control. That's what it takes. So I'm thankful for those that came back. Hey Phoenix, I'm thankful for those that didn't get mad and like, oh, she's going over to the dark side. I'm gonna unsubscribe from her. And I'm like, some of them same people are the same people that go to people that be talking about people. And so I'm like, what are we doing? But I pretty much have been consistent with who I am. Um, and other than that, like I said, I have my days too where I'm human, and I'll tell you, I don't give a beep. Um, or like I said yesterday, I was just being out. That's a part of me, and that's no way. And you know what? There's light and darkness in all of us. Some got more darkness than others, and some got more light than others. But really, it's in all of us. We all can. Um, we all can go to the left side, to the dark side, and none of us are exempt. from losing ourselves in it. So that's one thing I'm very patient with myself with, because I understand I'm not exempt from acting a fool. And, even if I try to control it, it's just some things I feel like just need to be said. Because when I feel like people keep effing with me, that's when it's kind of like, okay, okay, okay. Let me just tell you this. F you. you know. So there's a lot of other things that I could say, but I would just say that we all got it. We all, and I ain't, hey, me, I ain't no better than nobody else. Sometimes I make better decisions and sometimes I just don't. But who you saw yesterday, that's exactly who I am. That's why I try hard to work on myself, because I know I can go there. And like I said, I was on 7 yesterday. So y'all haven't seen the other 10. So that's why I want to be very careful on how I move on here, because I am trying to improve myself. Okay. And it may sound like bullshit to other people, but this is me and this is how I see things. If you don't agree with it, if you feel like it's full of bullshit, hey, you have that right. But I might feel like you about a bunch of bullshit. Like I said, we all have our days, and I ain't making an excuse for it. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant, and there's no apologies on that. The only thing I might have to apologize, of course, to my creator, and to, maybe my family members that heard it, because they're like, oh shit, she done went back. But I reel myself back in. You know what I'm saying? And thank you to the lady. Hey, Justine. Thank you to the lady, because I had did some posts earlier this morning, and I was going in again, and somebody put something up under my post. Thank you for that. I can't pronounce your name, but I erased, I deleted the 3 posts. So thank you for that, because it takes some people to reel you back in sometime. It do. What's up, T-Cat? What's good? So thank you for that, whoever that was. I can't pronounce your name. It's a Hebrew name, I believe. But thank you. So you need people like that to reel you back in. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, y'all want to sit around. People want to sit around all day and call people fake. You don't know people's story. You don't know what people gone through. You don't know what people are working through. You don't know how people have tried to get themselves in a better state of mind, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And and so to call people, put descriptions on people that's not true, how would you like somebody to do that to you? You know what I'm saying? And I talked about that the other week, about treating people like you want to be treated. And again, people keep doing the same bullshit. So I got to hold myself accountable, as well as far as making sure that I don't, if I'm in a person's chat that maybe is promoting some BS, I might even agree with it, because like I said, not all of us are walking on water. Because if you don't like people, yeah, you tend to agree with certain things that people are saying about other people. But I also have to hold myself accountable that I don't do that too. So I would say, for me, if you are, talking about somebody, even if I don't like that person, I'm not gonna be in a chat, because I'm promoting it just like I talk against. So that would be hypocritical of me. Okay. And that's just a personal thing for me now. I'm learning, like I said, because people put a lot of jackets on you that don't fit. And but one thing I will say, the only person I gotta be true to is number one, God, but number two, me. I gotta be true to the person that I'm actually looking at in the mirror. If I can't be true to the person I'm looking in the mirror, then something is terribly wrong. Okay. And it's to the point to where you are the definition of a hypocrite or being hypocritical. So I gotta take accountability for that, and I gotta not engage. um that don't mean I can't press the like button or whatever, but I can't do what I'm against. So I hope that, some of the content creators I support understand that. It is what it is. um I gotta be what I'm talking about. Yes, everybody is hypocritical, and I'm trying to work hard on not keep that on me. I don't want to be a hypocrite, but it's in us all to be. So I gotta see the things in my own life that I gotta say, okay, how can I hold somebody else accountable in this area when I'm lacking over here? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, what's up, life? With T, I'm gonna just say T. Some days I can get your name right. Tashana, how are you? So, you know, um, yeah. What's up, Stu Food? I don't know if anybody would like to come up. If you would like to come up, what's up, Alpha? You can press. I said press the like button. Yeah, press the like button, please. But you can also put a one in the chat, and let me know you would like to come up and say anything. But like I said, this is gonna be a real short live. Like I said, I take nothing back on what I said. I meant what I said. In real life, like, just stop talking and pull up. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, but with me, kind of how I responded, it was a little extreme. It was a little extreme, But like I said, y'all got a seven yesterday. So, like I said, don't let the cute face fool you. Don't let it fool you. It's many serial killers. It's some serial killers, some women that was serial killers that was had a cute face. So we got to get beyond looks and how a person comes across because they try. Cause see, I try, but that don't mean I'm not too far from it. So you know, that is what it is. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Um, yeah, like I said, we live and learn, and as long as if I'm living longer, I'm still gonna be continuing to learn. Like I was telling you, my little part-time job I have, an 80-year-old woman, she's still learning. So if you're willing to learn, you're gonna continue to keep learning things. And the thing about it is, you know, I'm not perfect by a long shot. And to be honest with you, like yesterday, I wasn't even trying to be. I was just trying to be Selena yesterday. And today I am too. I'm constantly trying to look at myself in the mirror because, like I said, it is what it is. Some days I'm good. Some days I'm not so good, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how I see it. Okay, Stufu, I put the link in the chat. So every now and then, people gotta realize, don't keep playing with people on the internet. Like, you don't know folks, you don't know people's temperament, you don't know if people bipolar and on the edge of coming and doing something to you. Like, really, people need to really chill out on their dislike of people. Like, you don't dislike a person, that's fine. But like I said, to keep going on and on about the same BS when people ain't worried about you, to me, that's really insane. It's like doing the same thing every day, and I guess they be expecting the outcome, but that's the definition of insanity. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with folks. And like I said, with this little girl here, you know, uh, it's not, and it's not just her. It's a few others. They just keep the bullshit going. It's like, man, can we be grown sometimes? What's up, Stufu?
Hey, what's up, Selena? Selena.
How are you?
I'm pretty decent. I'm pretty decent. Lady. How are you doing?
I'm doing a lot better. Doing a lot better. Mhm. So what you like to say up here? You have something you needed to say?
Yes, ma'am. You present yourself as a very intelligent, um, introspective, deep thinker, one that goes into or within your own mind to kind of think about what you're perceiving in the real world in real time from real people that you don't know and analyzing why they say or do the things that they do. And
Mm-hmm.
like that's a special quality, like within itself, that's a special quality. But then
Mm-hmm.
of course you have your physical attractiveness, which is another special quality, and that combined uh makes you a good content creator while you're growing into yourself and growing into how you're delivering the content you're presenting.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate I appreciate that, Sufu, because like I said, you get so many people throwing rocks at you, and you know, like I said, I knew YouTube is not for the weak. It's not for the weak at heart, that's for sure. But it's just that sometimes I do get a little irritated with the dynamic of all of the negativity, the different type, different people and negativity. It can kind of wear on you just a tad bit, and if you're not careful, you can be kind of um I don't know if that's the right word, but swallowed, as TD Jakes would say, into the mess, or the darkness. And I fight pretty hard to try to stay far from it. But every now and then, I do, which I shouldn't. I embrace it to a point, and that's where I gotta just kind of just stop. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, even if I do go into an episode again, hopefully I won't anytime soon. But I don't make apologies for it, and I'm not gonna make excuses for it. You know what I'm saying? It's me. you know. So and
Right,
I
right.
hmm hmm
And you
but
the type of, I mean, you like you're a sweetheart. Like you don't intentionally go out at anybody or
hmm
attack, or try to dox, or you never dox, you never went on the offensive attacking. Um, and anytime you have a discrepancy with somebody, it's always in the defense of what they said about you first. And I don't understand that because I think you're a sweetheart.
right.
I don't know.
Well, I
Like,
appreciate
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm kind of like when keep the change. I can be. I will match your same disrespect if you keep on, because, like I said, sometimes people confuse you because you try to be nice. That you are really just a little weakling. See, they put you in a category and put you as a weakling. And even though I don't have anything to prove to anybody, I've always been taught to take up for myself. And eventually I'm going to match your same disrespect. because there's only so many cheeks that I can turn. Okay. But I do have to, and I will continue to pick my battles, because everything and everybody you can't fight. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, that's
mhm.
true. And I didn't know you had a. I did not know you had a discrepancy with keep the change. And then that's another thing. Like you never know. Like
What?
content creators. No, I didn't know that. I
Well,
did
no,
not know that.
I was reading her comment. She said she will match the disrespect, and I said I agree. Eventually, I get to the point where I'm gonna match your same disrespect. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I met, but we did have a misunderstanding, and she came up on my platform, and we talked about it like two grown women to get an understanding because it was something that was said that wasn't true. So I can deal with people for the most part that can at least have a conversation. But see, the problem on here, they might have a conversation with you, but then they still back on the BS. So the truth and the conversation is all out the window. You know what I'm saying? And then some people you can't even have a conversation with because it's not feasible, and it's just not worth your time, because some folks on here is just as ignorant as the day is long. So they don't understand having a reasonable conversation. Period.
oh, okay.
Hmm.
The only person I thought you had a discrepancy with was Sis. Well, and I'm sorry, I don't know if I can say his name on your panel or what your
I
rules,
prefer not
what
to.
your house rules are. I don't know your house
Hmm.
rules
But it's
for this
cool or
panel.
whatever. Hmm. But like I said, we not. I was dealing with the situation on yesterday, and and that's kind of how I like to keep it. You said, did someone say cheeks? I said, yeah. I said cheeks earlier. I was like, it's so many cheeks you can turn, before you're just like you coming out like a beast or something, you know. But John, you always got your mind in the gutter. But anyway, but yeah, it's all good. I appreciate you coming up, Stu Fu, and I appreciate your encouraging words. You're always an encourager, so I thank you for that. Um, and I like when you tell me the truth too. So I appreciate that as well. Um, but I'm going to enjoy my lunch. Is there anything else you would like to say before I exit stage left?
I want you to enjoy your summer. I don't know if you are going into your different career path yet, but
Hmm.
we as special educational uh teachers gotta stick together. And I love your life. Bless you for the work that you have done, and whatever
Hmm.
work you continue to do in the future, and however you grow this channel, because you are very inspirational, and you try to lead yourself with whatever you go through in an inspirational path to
Thank
teach
you.
lessons to others, and that's important. That's very important. So
Thank you.
blessings.
I, I appreciate you, Stufu, so much. Deborah Williams, I can't remember what you said, but I appreciate you for apologizing. Um, I just remembered the DD. That's who I remembered the most, but I think I probably said something to YouTube. But I appreciate you for apologizing. Like I said, if this was your first time visiting, you probably didn't know what was going on, of course. So, like I said, I think yesterday anybody could have got it because that's how I was feeling. Um, and it's still in me just a little bit today, but I um, I appreciate you for apologizing. And again, I don't have any personal problem with you, Deborah. Like I said, I don't even know you, but hopefully you will stick around and, you know, like, share, and subscribe. That's all I can say. But thank you. I appreciate you, Deborah. I really do. Um,
Yes, ma'am. Like,
hey,
share,
Jojo.
subscribe, and get this lady's numbers up while she's
Yes,
getting her
indeed.
hours in. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yes, indeed. Yeah, like I said, I hope people just let me be me and quit trying to put stuff and jackets on me that don't fit. Cause I know more than anybody. I know me. Nobody on this internet knows me more than I know me. Nobody on this internet. I don't care if you got a third eye or you got strong discernment. No, nobody know me more than God. Nobody knows me more than my family. Nobody knows me more than my friends. And putting jackets on folks is just not a good idea, especially when you don't know them. And you definitely don't know people personally. So on here, unless they take the time to really let you in their life. So I haven't really did that to anybody but a couple of people, and that's a couple. So, hey, Carl, how are you? So those are the people that actually, people can give their opinion on things, but that doesn't mean your opinion is accurate. you know. Um, but I let people do what they do to be great, and I'm gonna do what I need to do, and that's it, and that's all. But I'm not going over. I'm not going over to the dark side. I say, hey, straight talk, what's popping? What's up, Jaco and Carl? I hope I spoke to you. Yes, opinions are not facts. Opinions are based on how we feel, how we perceive things. Facts is actually something that has been proven. Okay, and regardless of what people would like to say, they can't prove anything on me besides I have school debt. Okay. And pretty much everybody in the whole world has debt. So it is what it is. Guys, you be blessed, and happy Juneteenth to people that believe it. I mean, that believe or celebrate it. Like I told you yesterday, Black lives don't matter unless they matter to Black lives. So, when as Black people, we all, and I'm just saying all, including me, learn to treat other people, even if we don't like them. Um, then to me, some of that unity and all that, to me, that's just for the birds. Like, just stop. But for those who celebrate it, hey, teach his own. Happy Juneteenth. Our people, especially African Americans, um, we've been through a lot. Our ancestors been through a lot. Things that we would probably die from. And it's a blessing to honor our ancestors. But if we can't take what we've learned from them and help be a better person, or help, or spread the positivity, spread the unity, what is the point of it all? What is the point of celebrating when we can't even do that just day to day? Um, but
No,
hey.
exactly. Like, for the
Mhm.
longest time, we had been the largest minority group in this country. So
Mhm.
that alone gave us leverage when we didn't have equity leverage or leverage with our dollars. Or we did have equity with our dollars, but we didn't spend it on ourselves.
Mhm. Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, so now that other ethnic groups are coming in, and they're growing in numbers,
Mhm.
politicians aren't going to try to placate for our vote like they did in the past.
Right.
So we really got to get ourselves together collectively,
Yeah.
uh just to leverage what we can do to keep ourselves and build ourselves up.
Exactly. Hey, Ricky, how are you? And I agree with you, Stu Fu, but I don't mean to be a pessimist, but I don't see that happening. It will take a miracle because if we the way we treat people, the way we treat each other is just, I don't see that happening in the near future. I feel like it's gonna get worse, and when things happen, we're gonna really see at the end we really needed each other, but instead we was fighting with each other. So it's gonna be interesting to see in the next 5 to 10 years what's gonna take place, and how are we gonna maneuver that, being so separate, being separate, and being so hateful to each other. It's gonna be interesting. I can tell you that. Hey Slim, what's good?
Oh, yes, ma'am. It's going to be interesting. And like you said, we are separated and we are divided. And, we're in different tribes. But hopefully, I'm just going to keep hope that we can get it together. We can
Yeah.
get it together.
Like I said, I don't know if y'all ever. It was a. I've always been an avid reader. It was a book that I got back in the day. It was a black store owner, black bookstore owner. I think it was called Black Images over there in Wynwood Shopping Center in the Oak Cliff area. I think that was the name of it. But it was a book, a little small book, like a pamphlet that I got called The Willie Lynch Syndrome. And when I read that book, they say that it's not a, it's a, fixed. I don't know if it was a fiction or a nonfiction, but it was a book where it was telling about a slave owner, telling how he broke down the slaves and things of that nature. And it was very interesting. And if it wasn't real, it sure did make a lot of sense on how we deal with and treat each other. Like I said, I have had more problems from people that look like me than people that don't. Um, and that's why it's very hard for me to, when people want to talk about Black Lives Matter, I kind of just lose it because I'm like, you can't keep saying this. You can't make other people see that our life matters when we don't even matter to each other. I just don't get it. So when I read the Willie Lynch syndrome and how they broke down slaves, how they, put slaves in categories and made slaves go against each other, I said, if anything, if the if the white man, he really did a number on us because he basically divide and conquered. If we really look at our history, so everything that the slave owners tried to do, we actually were programmed, and we have continued to be programmed that way. And it's really sad, but it's very evident in the way we deal with each other. um I just think that that is crazy, but it is what it is.
No, right. Like you said, we do what we do to each other. Some of it is the crack epidemic and the drug gang and the gangs and the infighting with one another when we should be collectively united with one another to fight against and gain some equity and uh, collect our brilliant minds together to collect as much capital as we can to bring something to the table to say, hey, we matter too.
Yeah.
We,
Amen.
we culturally, y'all love our basketball, y'all love our football, y'all love our rap music, y'all love our art, but just the day to day experience of the average black woman or black male is nothing compared to the superstars exalted uh that gets a pass when the next day the same person that will go and buy a ticket to a basketball game or buy a album will call somebody the N word.
You're right. Right. Like I said, it's a whole big mess in this world. I mean, we just basically, we have to educate ourselves on it, and we also have to hold ourselves, I would say, accountable as well. But to some of the things that we contribute negatively as well. So, um, hey Tamika, what's popping? You said, hey, can you drop the link? Okay, let me see. I'm on my phone. Let me try to do it again. I don't know if I can pin the link on it here or not on your phone. I'm not sure. But I've dropped the link. Hey Young Riaz, how are you? But yeah, like I said, it's just amazing how the world is and how we play into the foolery you know, as well. It's just really sad. And yes, happy Juneteenth for those who celebrate it. Like I said, our ancestors came a long way. And then when I was talking about the division, I was thinking about my great great grandfather was an overseer over the slaves. And even though he was a slave, he was placed as an overseer. You see how they, divided and tried to make one over the other, and that's what's going on today. And we continue, like I said, we continue with the pattern, doing it over and over again. Um, and that's why I'm just like, that's why I just like it's best to just stay to yourself a lot of times, because dealing with a lot of folks is just a waste. What? Hey, hey, Empress. Yeah. So, and I don't mean to be so negative, but I'm telling you, if you deal with a lot of people, you will definitely get dark because the irritation of it all, and dealing with all these different attitudes and spirits and stuff is just like, oh my gosh, I can't. I am an introvert for a reason. A lot of people think I'm an extrovert because when I go, have fun, I have a good time. But I'm an introvert, and I know why. Like I said, dealing with folks out here, they will really piss you off. Let me see. Okay, Slim, what's popping?
Hey, good afternoon.
All right, you gonna make Queen Regina, Miss Regina, upset because you on my panel.
Oh yeah, I think Queen cool with it. That's my partner. Me
Oh,
and Queen just cool. That's all.
okay. I don't want her coming over here with no nonsense, putting me on the community wall because you over here.
She
But
just she just love a
anyway,
real nigga when she see one.
okay. What's
That's
what's
all.
what you gotta add? What you gotta add to
Nothing.
this?
I think the only thing gonna help this year here is if we go back to segregation. I heard somebody say who that Charleston White say that, and I agree with him a whole lot because back then, uh, black folks was more together then. You know what I mean? It was some
Hmm.
division, but it wasn't as crazy as it is now because uh niggas just running wild, man. Tearing each other down and all that shit. It wasn't like that.
Hmm. Hmm. Um, Segregation. You think we should go back to That's a pretty interesting point. What do you think about that, Stufu? Because that's
Well,
pretty
I
interesting.
think
What's up, brother?
no, no. Hey Slim, what up? And salute to you. My dad actually said the same thing to me. We had talks about it. The only thing is, with segregation comes inequity with the amount of resources and money in the public school systems.
It's
And
already that now anyway.
well, that's true, but it will be worse under segregation. And
But
you
see,
know,
then with that, it would be more up to us to, you know what I'm saying, come with
to
our own grocery
push
stores,
our
our own shit.
children, push our children up and get them out of the situation. So yeah, you know, bro, I see and understand that point, that pinpoint of it, but it I think that the Black Lives Matter movement was garbage. I don't agree. I agree with the
That
concept.
was a money play.
I didn't agree with the leadership, and I didn't agree with what they did with the money. But the concept is right. But at the same time, I think that a lot of these white folks is becoming more acclimated to us black folk because of how many mixed race children are in this country.
Hmm.
So what y'all think about that?
You said a lot too. So, but what I'm gonna be
He did.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, I don't really understand the concept of what you're saying, being segregated or whatever. Like you said, it to me, it's like the equality of it would be the issue with me. But because we're just, African Americans are just as good as Caucasians and Hispanics. We're all really the same. We all bleed. So I don't understand that concept, but I think the concept maybe Slim that your father was talking about, especially back then, black people did work together a lot better because all they had was each other. So they had to work with each other. And they did a good job by you know, I would say being there for their neighbor. What is that saying about, basically just doing unto others as you have them do unto you. You could not, you know back then you could go and have a good time with the next door neighbor, and you could borrow things from them, sugar or whatever you needed. They would even help you if you didn't have transportation. If your kids or you didn't have money, they would feed you and your children. That's what community did. That the community did back in those days when our grandparents and our fathers, mothers, grandparents, and great grandparents came from. They helped each other. So if that's what he's talking more on that kind of end, I can understand that point. But I do believe that you know if we all could come together as people, it would be even better. But unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. Okay.
Right, and I can understand what Slim is saying too.
Hey,
Like
Texas girl.
I
Hmm.
really can't understand what Slim is saying. But
Hmm.
in 1919 and 1921, these white folks blew black communities up that was had their own separate communities that was prosperous and doing well for black people.
You think
And
that shit gonna
you
happen
know
today? You
the
think that shit
only
gonna happen
time
today, Super?
that Americans put placed a bomb or threw a bomb on this own land was to destroy a black community
Hmm.
You think that shit gonna
that
happen
was
today?
solely separated. So I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Stu Food, did you hear what Sam said? Can can you hear what he's
You think
saying?
they get away with that shit today?
Oh, can they get away with it
Do you
today?
think they'll get away with that shit
No,
today?
no, they can't do that today. But they did it back then.
Yeah, they did it back then. But like I say, this is a different time. And what I'm saying is when I say segregation and, the equality and all that shit will be different, but not so much because we are the number one consumer, what I mean, in the world. We set trends. We do all of that. So it's not like, what I mean, they gonna come to us with an offer. And it's gonna be up to us to say, hey, no. this is what we doing, this is what we accepting, or we not taking. You know what I mean? We building our own and we dealing with our own. Now, y'all want to come and try to fuck with that? We ready to go to war. You know what I mean? We ready to go to war. Back then we wasn't, but we ready to go to war now. So times is different. They can try that shit now if they want to, but you know what I'm saying? They got another thing coming. If they thinking, hey, uh, black people build something, build their own infrastructure, and think they gonna come and try to fuck with that. No, it's gonna be a whole different uprising. It's gonna be you gonna see more black people come together than you ever seen, even with the Black Lives Matter thing.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know about that. Like it. To me, like when I walk around and move around this world, I think it's more black people. Like I see black people everywhere I go, but we only 14 to 17% of the population. Like we are outnumbered. We don't have enough guns, ammunition, to have the type of revolution that you're asking.
Hmm.
You gotta
I like what
understand.
you
You
said.
gotta understand. Oh, my bad. Go
Oh, go ahead, Slim, and then I'm gonna go.
No, you can go ahead.
I agree with Mr. Fuley. He says it's all about the rich and poor now. They are getting rid of middle class, which includes all minorities. So I agree. It's getting beyond black, white, Asian, Hispanic. It's coming to the point now to where either you got it or you don't. The have-nots and the have-nots, the haves and the have-nots. So it's the middle class is to me is no longer existing anymore. Um, and I'm gonna let Slim talk and then John talk. So go ahead, Slim.
Oh shit, I don't know. I forgot
Oh,
what I was
okay.
gonna say. I was just
I'm
gonna
sorry.
revert to something he was saying. But shit, I can't fucking remember. It probably come to me. I'm working too at the same time, so you know what I'm
Right.
saying.
Next time I'll let you go. Okay. John,
No, it's
what you
all
got?
good.
What you got to add to this? John, you on mute? Hey, yours, Mike. Hey, Texas gal. John, you're on mute.
My bad. I had to get off mute. My phone, I got gloves on and shit.
Hey,
Oh,
What's up?
shout
okay.
out to John Cho.
What's up, Selena? What's up, Sufu? What
What's
up,
up?
Slim?
John, so what up?
Ain't shit, man. I was just
Exactly.
in the combo, man. Look, all that both sides are saying is right, but the only way they can control us with this, like, let's say that they was trying to get do what they did, like fuck up all these communities and shit. They would have to instill martial law. Now, if martial law start, that's when the problem's gonna rise. I
Oh
feel like
Lord.
I feel like that's why they try and tighten on these gun laws, and that's why all these crazy people out here shooting malls and shit. Like that shit is all
Right.
staged. That shit is all staged so they can take guns out of people's hands. And if they know that you don't have guns, the military do have guns. Yeah, we can rebel if they try to come fuck with us, but it's gonna be a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
like Slim said though, ain't no way the motherfuckers is going like think that they gonna do that shit and we not gonna fight back. Niggas got dirt. Let me not. I don't know what's going on in the hood right now. I'm good.
Hey, Ronald. Empress
Nah,
said
it's
John
a
ain't
whole lot
working.
going on in the hood. I'm still in the hood. Goddamn me.
I don't know
Right.
nothing, man. Hey, look, man. I don't know nothing, man. I ain't hear nothing. I ain't telling no game plans, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, I tell you, this has been interesting. I need to do another live on this. We done went from going to the dark side to talking about segregation and everything over here.
Man, fuck the
Oh,
So
dark
yes,
side.
ma'am. Do another live and bring us all back up.
I
So
definitely
we can
will.
politic.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
have to
yeah.
give me.
I was listening.
Well, listen, I'm gonna do
My bad.
a Selena's couch. I said tonight, but I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm just kind of chill out and do me today. But I'm gonna do a Selena couch tomorrow. So you guys are more than welcome to come up and we can talk about whatever. Okay. So I would enjoy you guys to the same people or different people come up. Everybody's welcome. So
Hey,
yep, yep,
hey,
yep.
Slim, and whoever the other brother was that was up here.
John
If y'all
John.
come up, I'll come up too, and we can hash out and talk about some things.
Ricky,
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna say between let's see, 7:30 and 9. Hey, Dara, how are you? I'm gonna have to check because everybody want to go live at the same time, so I'm gonna have to kind of check the scene. But
Oh, of
I'm
course,
looking.
right.
I'm looking more at what do y'all think about 8:30? Is that too late for some of y'all?
Nah,
You
Nah,
that's
that
good.
know.
well, that's good for me.
Yeah, tonight,
No, no,
No,
I'm gonna do it
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, that's
Hmm.
cool.
It's not
I'm
moving.
gonna go.
Oh shit.
John, John, you had to prove to Lonnie that you was working.
Hell no.
Oh,
I done
Well,
already been.
uh,
I done already been in the fucking in the jungle on the live while I'm working with the bitch ass hating ass niggas. I don't gotta do that here.
oh Lord. Okay, I'm not gonna ask you who, so we're gonna leave that alone.
Yeah,
yeah,
we gonna
John. Hey,
leave that
John, salute to
alone.
you. My boy showing the work. Goddamn me. Hey, listen, we need
You
more
hear me?
like us, man.
They don't, man.
You can
They
talk your
don't. It's
shit.
all
You can
good
talk
though.
your shit, but nigga, build what you building, what you doing, how you being productive. Like I said, I'm I'm successful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a millionaire. I'm not rich by what I mean. No stretch of the imagination. I'm good, but I ain't lead a hood. Like I don't. My success don't determine if I look out my window and see white folks walking their dog. That don't mean I'm not successful because I'm out of the hood. No, I'm
Facts.
in the hood because I can do
Exactly.
more for my people while I'm in the hood.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And it,
Right.
I'm respected where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? From the young niggas to the OGs. So, I helped
Right.
tear it down, so I'm gonna help build it back up any way I can.
See,
Right.
but that's how people is in the real world, man. Like real men gonna respect real men doing real things. But like in this YouTube fantasy land, people feel like they got the balls or the gall to talk how they want to talk. But like you gotta respect somebody who builds the world, bruh. Like imagine like all these
Yes,
jobs out
sir.
here. Ask yourself, if they didn't have power, electricity, or government, would you still have a job or a skill?
Mm.
Can you
Yes,
Sheesh.
run
sir.
something?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
build something? Can you grow something?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. We
Can you
need
start a
people like
fire,
you.
nigga? Goddamn.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Well, I'm ready to have this discussion. Like I said, on tomorrow, I'm gonna put. You right, chicken, you boo. I'm gonna put that. We can talk about segregation. We can talk about relationships. We can talk about whatever. So I will definitely share that or whatever, and hopefully, John, you won't be asleep. What's up, nature over everything?
Hey, why you don't
Hopefully.
do it during the day? I'm gonna be asleep if it's nighttime. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, you will. Okay. Well, it just depends. Let me check my schedule and see how I want to do it. Cause a lot of people, like I said,
Oh yeah, I
be
got you.
going late. They be going live at a certain time. So I gotta try to figure out
Hey,
where I can
don't
schedule.
predicate that shit on me sleeping. If you gonna do that shit, do that shit. I might fuck around and wake up. Just let me know. I might set an alarm or something.
Okay. But I'll try to do it at a decent time where hopefully everybody can catch it. But
Alright.
guys, I really appreciate I really appreciate being around surrounded by handsome men. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Glad that y'all came up and graced me with y'all presence. Thank you, Stu Fu, for the encouraging words. Thank you, Slim. Thank you, John, for always giving some good insight and how you see things. So thank you so much, guys.
Shout
Thank
out
you.
Selena. Shout out the panel with me, Johnstown.
Bless up
Yeah.
for real, Serena,
Salute
Selena, and
everybody.
thank you for providing a platform.
Right, right. Hey, Kevs, how are you? Thank you for coming through. Yeah, you guys are always welcome. Like I said, you're welcome on tomorrow. And everybody is welcome. I'm gonna also, I like the discussion that Autumn Speaks was talking about on yesterday about how, basically a lot of us was taught to vote Democratic. Are you voting Democratic because your grandmama, your pastor, or your mama voting Democratic? Or you're voting Democratic because those are some of the principles and some of the things that you agree with? I think those kind of discussions are very vital, and most people overlook those type of discussions because they trying to worry about what somebody is saying about another person that they don't like. So, which is nonsense. But anyway, I digress. Like I said, I'm not gonna go to the dark side. I'm coming on back, y'all. I'm coming on back. I'm coming on back. So thank you guys for being patient with me. Just remember, I am only human, just like y'all. So I don't get it right some days, and I ain't gonna make excuses for it. It is what it is. I did it. Put it on me. But guys, thank you for being patient. Thank you for coming back. Not throwing in a towel on me. Uh, I appreciate you. Yes, shout out to Old Speaks. Shout out to all content creators that talk about a variety of different things. They are very versatile in their content. I appreciate people like that. So thank you for that, guys. Y'all be blessed. Thank you, Mr. Hardaway. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for showing y'all kindness. Again, y'all didn't have to be here. Y'all could be, as TY would say, anywhere in the world, but y'all came here. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, we just gonna keep growing and keep moving forward. And we gonna go, hey, we gonna get your girl from the darkness and come on to the light. So thank you. Shout out to the young lady or the young man that sent me that that text yesterday under that comment under that post. Um, yeah, thank you. Sometimes God knows what you need when you need it. So, and I needed that. So be blessed. Love y'all to Reese's Pieces, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow. um, don't have me start singing. When I really start singing, honey, you see that choir, that church come out of me. So, honey, like I said, you can either get the ghetto girl or the church girl. Which one y'all want? I'm just kidding. Y'all be blessed. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.